I did get a lot of the same things that we've heard today already, which I think affirms the legacy of Miss White. I want to start with scripture today. This is scripture that is normally read at weddings, but one of the teachers presented this to me and explained why she felt this would be appropriate. The more I read, the more I listened, the more I agreed with it. So as you hear this, think of it, not in terms of the wedding, where we mostly hear this, but think of it in terms of Miss White's life. And think of it in terms of our lives on a daily basis. This comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 through 7. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is not envious or boastful or arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. It does not rejoice in wrongdoing, but rejoices in the truth. It bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. As I read this, as I read the many, the words that were given to me by our staff, there were so many, and I didn't know what to do. How could I present this? So, being a teacher, of a group of educators, I'd like for you now to go ahead and get your notebooks out, because we're going to have a little vocabulary lesson, okay? You didn't bring your notebooks? Okay, there's going to be a test. I want to give you some vocabulary words, then we'll go back, define them, and as we did today, use them in a sentence. The words are love, patient, kind, persevere, available, willing, success, and permeate. So let's go back and look at these words. When I go into the dictionary, love, there are several definitions of love. I want to concentrate on this because I believe this touches at the heart of Miss White, and it touches at the heart of a Christian life. Love is unselfish concern for the good of another. Let's use it in a sentence. Cheryl White loved the people she met. And there's nothing more I can add to that. Patient. Steadfast despite opposition, difficulty, or adversity. Another definition says, bearing pains or trials calmly, without complaint. Each morning at Mansfield Elementary School, Miss White, and along with another one of our staff members, Miss Colworth, they were in the lunchroom, cafeteria duty from 7 o'clock to 7:15. I never saw Miss White lose her calm or lose her cool with those students. Was it tested? Every day about 7:14, it was tested. Because that's when I started to hear her voice rise, and I didn't like it to go off in the lunchroom. And that would make the kids get quiet, and they'd be ready to release it. And Cheryl White was one of the most patient people that I have ever met. Kind. Characterized by sympathy and forbearance. The best way I can explain this in describing Miss White is a gentle understanding. A gentle understanding. And the definition says sympathy. But I want to add something to that. I want to add the word empathy. I want to tell you a story. I had a niece who attended Mansfield for 3 years. My niece is autistic. She says what is on her mind. She has no filter. It is done with an innocent heart, but she has no filter. Miss White approached me one day in the school and she goes, Mr. Haymore, Caitlin came up to me today. I was in her class. And she said, Miss White, what's wrong with your skin? I felt I was taken aback. Miss White said, I looked at her. I said, well, what did you tell her? She said, I looked at her and I said, Caitlin, that's just the way God made me. I didn't know what to say. I said, Miss White, I apologize. She means nothing by that. She has a pure heart. She just doesn't have a filter. Do you know what Miss White said to me? She said, Mr. Haymore, that is just the way God made Caitlin. So there's empathy and there's understanding, a gentle understanding in Miss White. Available. Now I'm going to do these two words together because I think they have to go together. Available and willing. Available is present or ready for immediate use. Right? Present or ready for immediate use. But available does nothing without willingness. Willing is done, born, or accepted by choice or without reluctance. If there was ever a need at that school with one of our children, Miss White was always available and was willing to step in to help that child, to help that student. It did not matter who you were, what you looked like, what kind of clothes you wore. Miss White was always there for the students. Success. And it kind of ties back to the other ones. Success in the dictionary is a favorable or desired outcome. And when Miss White would help those students, she would help them be successful. A favorable outcome for that student. How can we make it better for that student? Not how can we make it better or easier for us, but how can we make it better for those around us? Last word, permeate. Permeate means to spread or diffuse through. And when I think about it, I oftentimes think of smoke in a room. But it's also like air or water. These are two elements essential to life. Miss White's spirit permeated every inch of Mansfield Elementary School. And we are better for it. We are better for having known her. To Isaiah, to Ms. Huff, if I could, right now, use the words of the Apostle Paul in his letter to the Philippians, because I do think this defines Ms. White. To live is Christ, to die is gain. And there was one last word that I overlooked, and that was persevere. Persevere means to persist, to continue, to carry on, and to go on. And I want to let you know that the staff of Mansfield Elementary School, I know I speak for them, and we will do everything in our power to ensure that the spirit of Miss White perseveres in that school and reaches the lives of those we come in contact with. Thank you.